Hey beauties, hello. I just sort of on this momentum day, I'll come live and share an incredible training that is going to give you value, insight, and awareness shifts moving into November. Because we literally have 2 months to the end of the year, and there's a lot to achieve at this point, and don't take it for granted just because it is heading to summer if you're in Australia, that you're going to be jam-packed busy, because we can still be busy and not profitable. And that's what I want to create a lot more awareness around this sustainability in my life today, and so much. There's just a lot to share, and I thought this is the brilliant time, because if you're not out amongst it all, hopefully this training is going to help you understand how you can take your business to the next level in the next month and 2 months moving forward. Before I begin, I'm just going to check that I actually am live. I'm in our group. Perfect. And I'll just see who's around and let everyone know that I'm here, because I don't want any of you to miss out on this. If you're going to watch the replay, hashtag replay, send me a heart. I'd love to know you're here. I love knowing how far our community stretches, because it is so international. Yeah, I've got a lot going on. There's quite sad news. My mother-in-law, who's 93, I've known her, gosh, since 1998. I don't know, it feels like a long time. That's probably, well, since 1995, what am I saying? Yeah, so over 30 years, and she's on life-ending medication on a drip right now. She's breathing but not eating or drinking, and we're on our way to Sydney to get to her, hopefully hold her hand before she leaves her sore, aching body. End of a chapter for our family. And yeah, it's sad for all of us, but yeah, a relief for her. She's been wanting to leave her body for a long time. And yeah, getting very emotional now, but you know, the thing is, she's lived an incredible life and had 6 children and has 6 grandchildren. So her legacy is huge, and she'll never be forgotten, and she'll make sure she's not forgotten. She's going up to meet her husband, and she lost a son many years ago in 2014. He took his own life. You know, our family's been through a lot, and yeah, so she's an outspoken woman. She's going to go up into the heavens and the spiritual realm and tell her son off and have a big chat to her husband. So we're relieved that she's connecting to her loved ones as well, and we just need to learn to let go. That's the thing in life, isn't it? These lessons of letting go. We all need to let go, and the more that we can be free of what we're holding on to, the more free we are. That's what I'm learning so much over my time in this planet. Letting go of so many things. The other day I was talking to a friend about letting go of expectations. I just have minimal expectations around people. If they say they're going to do something, that's very different. If they commit and take responsibility, that is very different. But when you expect something of someone, that's when you're more likely to get let down. So I just have this knowing that unless someone actually says yes and commits and said, I'd love to help you, and or you know, whatever it is, a friend, family member, client, our business commitments, our team, that is the time where we can actually have a responsibility to that expectation. But outside of that, it's all about letting go. The more we let go, the more we're free, because control is so damaging and so mental. It really is a mentalness. It just contracts. You know, when someone's so controlling, it's very contractive, doesn't allow things to flow and open. And today I really want to talk about that flowing and openness in our business. I just want this to be really something that you all come away thinking about very deeply about in your business journey. I'll just check my volume. Hopefully you can hear me. If anyone's here, say hello. Give me some love. Love hearing who's here. Yeah, so the Melbourne Cup today. Oh gosh, I remember the Melbourne Cup days in my early 20s when I first started my business and I actually was making money and I could afford to buy Alana Hill. I was obsessed with Alana Hill. If anyone is old enough that's here that remembers the original Alana Hill, the quirky creative designer, fashion designer from Tasmania, I used to buy her clothes. I loved her femininity, her attention to detail, her prettiness, her femininity, and yeah, gosh, I could afford her clothes. I could not believe it. And yeah, but my priorities have changed, my values have changed. I don't necessarily need to wear designer clothes, but I just don't enjoy the scene of Melbourne Cup. I remember going to my first Melbourne Cup in 2000, and I was in my Alana Hill outfit from hat to bag to top to bottom. I was so feeling mighty fine and dandy, and I won the door prize, the World Best Dressed, and I got this Christian Dior handbag, and I'm not into designer handbags. And, you know, I'm the sort of person that likes to wear the label on the inside. I love quality, but I don't need to shout it out loud. I'm talking here because it's context. But so I won this door prize and I thought it was the bee's knees. I've never had a designer handbag, and it was a beautiful, like, teardrop black, and it was a rouged top with a stone handle. It was just so elegant, and it actually had the credit card, metal card inside the inside pocket of the original code that it was a real Christian Dior bag. So gosh, I felt very touched and very special about that. But I'm not here to talk about designer clothes. I'm no fashionist. But what I am here to talk about is, you know, I was reflecting today because I had a monthly check-in call with my coach, my business coach, and I loved it. I really loved it this month. I just found it really useful because I just came away feeling so clear, and I know exactly what to focus on this month. I always do, but I just felt like I tweaked what I need to focus on in my coaching clients, my coaching business, and my skin business. And this is the kind of support I offer. So if you don't know that, I also offer monthly coaching calls where you can create a 30-day plan with me, where you can learn to double your revenue and work on specific business goals that are personalized to you and what you need, want to desire for your business to grow. So if this is something that you're interested in, I've probably never said it out loud, comment the word monthly below and I can send you details, and we can have that monthly check-in call. Allow an hour and I go through a form with you, and it's highly personalized, taking you through sales, systems, marketing, all the things around business growth and development that you'll walk away feeling really clear around your next best steps for your month, and you can take it through to December as well. So just let me know that, just comment monthly below, because this creates so much momentum, so much, and it stops you from second guessing yourself. Because when a challenge or challenges arise, you know, we need to reframe them. Because successful business owners, professionals, even coaches like myself, we're not immune to challenges, but it's how we respond to them that makes us successful. You know, it's my current mantra right now. Choose your battle. Choose your hard. You know, I'm not about to really dramatize anything. I'm not a dramatic person. I had a real hard time a few weeks ago with a family member, and you know, I choose my battles. It's like, why go down that rabbit hole when it's actually necessary? We're there, absolutely, and it is a very heavy time, and we need to adjust, and that's what life is about, being adaptable. And I'm so lucky I've created a business model where I can just drop my life and be in places that are necessary, particularly when a family member is coming to the end of their life. But my point here is choosing your battle is all about just be really specific of what you choose to get involved in. like who you spend your time with, who you're listening to. Even when it comes to reading, right, like a podcast, who you're investing your energy, time with, because they all influence you and it all requires time and energy. So that is my current mantra. It is important to choose your battles. And this is where it comes into building trust and transparency in leadership. And that's what I love about business. I really believe now that transparency is our new currency. And this builds so much trust. So much trust. Like, I have clients in Tasmania that purchase products from me. I've never seen them personally. I've only had photos of their skin or their faces to diagnose their skin. And this woman, Lucy, she contacted me, get this, on Monday this week. God, it's only Wednesday, is it? Yeah. And she wanted some Leonardo mineral makeup and specific skincare products. Oh my God, I'm home in the country. Lucky I have stock here of what I retail for skincare that she needed. I had to contact, well, I wanted to, because I just go to the next mile. This is my point, going to the next mile for your clients. How far would you go for your clients so they receive their goods on time? So her message was she wanted 2 products. One was a Jane Iredale mineral makeup. One was a skincare makeup. Goodness me, I'm all over the place. One was a Jane Iredale bronzer, which is a skincare makeup, and one was a cleansing product. Luckily, I had here in my home, which I carry stock. So I SMS'd her and said, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to contact Jane Iredale directly, and they might have to express post it to you from Queensland to Tasmania, and I hope to goodness it gets to you by Friday, because her daughter was getting on a flight, international flight, on Friday. She said, oh yes, it will get to me, it was, it's done. And I'm like, of course it will be done. Yes, can't believe it. This is the extra mile we went. Contacted Jane Iredale. I put my country address on the package. It was sent to me. We had to drive an extra 25 minutes to a GPO, a post office that was closer to getting it to Sydney than my local town. So we did that, drove the extra 25 minutes, which is another 25 minutes back home. And she received it on Friday. Oh my goodness. So that is what I'm talking about, building trust with clients. That leads to an incredible transparency, and it creates and makes you such an incredible person that your clients want to come to you more often because you go to the extra mile. What extra mile do you go to for your clients? Have a think about it. Do you go to the extra mile? Because it is not good enough to be personal anymore with your clients. It's essential. We have to personalize our clients' experiences now. It's essential. It is essential because the demand for client acquisition is more demanding more than ever. Client retention is also your new currency, because if you're not retaining your current clients, they're going somewhere else. And that's also what I want to talk about today. Because where I go with my clients now, I am so clear and concise with my conversations in consultation with my clients. I'm just going to share something with you that might support you going forwards. I tell my new clients in their first consultation that my goal is to make sure looking after your skin is sustainable long term. I will always recommend the right treatments and home care so you can maintain your results. That is also financially affordable for you long term. And the relief on their face and their body language is like, oh my God, I found the right person. She respects that, my financial needs, and also wants to look after me long term. This is not just a short term quick fix or a today treatment. And that's the language I show. I'm thinking about her needs and considering her future. So I'm planting the seeds that I have a long-term plan for her skin, not just a once-off treatment. Because today, clients want to retain and extend their salon clinic results at home. Have you noticed this? I'm noticing this more and more. I'm way ahead of the curve, and that's another reason why you need to work with me, because I look into the research. I find out what is going on behind the scenes. I ask the questions. Clients want to stay rejuvenated in that salon state more and more. We're moving away from that anti-aging, and the new conversation now is slow aging, pro-aging, cellular vitality. So if your marketing message or your languaging doesn't reflect this shift, and you don't stay ahead of the curve because you're not talking into pro-aging or slow aging, the generation now want to hear that. They want to hear slow aging. They don't want to hear anti-aging. And I'm here to raise the standard of our industry, to stay congruent and to teach what I do. Because I do. So many people say to me, you are so congruent. They come to my home in the country and they can see how organized I am, how tidy I am, how clean I am, how concise I am. You can go into any cupboard of my house and it's the exact methodical way how I work. My wardrobe, my cupboards, my Tupperware, like my plastic straw, my spice cabinets, my cutlery, my wardrobe, it is all so neat and tidy. My makeup is so clean and tidy. Everything, my laundry, even my rags are folded up. Like, I live what I teach and I do what I teach. And I'm so congruent that people get blown away when they actually see it, because not a lot of people are. They're one thing to the public and one thing behind the scenes, which is fine. I'm not saying you have to be all a nutcase like me and be so clean and tidy and organized, but it just helps my brain. If I'm just a mess everywhere, everything's a mess, I find. I just work. I'm a high functioning person when things are really organized. And you know, I live in 2 homes, one in Sydney, one in the country. I have to leave a certain amount of clinic uniforms in Sydney, so everything has to be organised, that I leave in my car in Sydney, and then we live here. So I'm a highly organised person, and that's how I make your business when you work with me. Really organised systems and strategies, and you just learn to be so concise with everything. And that's a big reason why I've created the path to purchase, because I'm raising the standards in the industry. This path to purchase, I've never been so excited about a training ever before. This is lighting me up, and it's lighting people up. I'm getting a lot of inquiry, and people are asking, wow, I'm just so excited about the customization. Because what I said before, we have to be highly personalized now. It's not just good enough to be personalized, we need it to be essential. Personalization is critical, and that's why I'm offering in the Path to Purchase the 2-hour live training on Monday the 24th of November. Is going to take you through a journey, and it's going to be so personalized because I'm giving you a 30-minute consultation clarity call before the event, so I know exactly what you want, need and desire, and what you want to achieve out of the Path to Purchase when it comes to consultations and sales. I'm going to find your exact gaps, the business revenue you want to create and the goals you want to create. And you're going to get 7 days of full-on coaching with me after the training. Isn't that mind-blowing? So if it's not just the 2-hour full-on, no fluff, straight in there, no introduction, we're going head down, bum up. I'm literally holding your hand through how to get you into the driver's seat of your consultation, so your clients say yes to you more often and you get 80 to 95% rebookings and upgrades. Guaranteed. This is a consultation process I have never seen anyone teach, train or educate, and we are lacking this in the industry. We're over skilled and under coached and trained in consultation, because what I teach will guide you through this whole process. you're going to get to understand the 8 high and low points your clients go through when they step into your salon and when they leave your salon. There is 8 points of contact, and within those 8 points, there's 3 points of contact. Your clients will be more susceptible to say yes to you and more receptive to say yes to you. So you're going to get 7 days of support after the training, the 30-minute consultation clarity call before. You're going to get consultation scripts if you need them, emails that get your clients from interested when they click that email to purchasing from you. You can convert these into SMS scripts. If you don't have emails, you're going to get marketing resources, all for $597. This is normally a $1,500 training. $1,500, and all you have to spend is invest is $597 Australian dollars. And if it's easy for you, I've got a payment plan available. If this isn't something that doesn't excite you, I don't know what will, because all you need to do is drop the word path below and I'll send you the full details. And just proof of what is going on, I got an SMS from a previous employer today. She went from a beauty therapist who was passionate about skin and realizing working with me, her actual passion was makeup and makeovers. She loved transforming women's faces from ordinary to extraordinary because I worked and mentored her for 3 solid years. So that was 10 years ago. I get an SMS from her today. She said, "Oh my goodness, Naomi, I am fully booked. It's Melbourne Cup. I haven't had a chance to call you, but I wanted to let you know that your processes are still working. I'm still using your marketing, your messaging, and oh my God, I am still transforming women's skin from all those years ago." And she said, "I can't, you're my best mentor. I can't believe what you taught me is still exploding my business." And she has her own salon now, and it's just awesome. It just warms my heart to hear the impact I've had on my team that used to work for me, let alone my coaching clients. And that's because coaching isn't just about financial gain. Of course she's excited because she's making money, but it lights her up that she's on purpose, she's doing what she's meant to do, and she's confident, she's empowered, and she's doing what her purpose is. It's exciting. And that message has made my day. Really, it did. And it's a reminder, when you follow a full process, not just parts of it, it works every single time. So if that's not proof that the path to purchase doesn't work, I don't know what is. And yeah, so just drop the word path below and I'll send you the link just to have a look of all of the details. It's hard to explain every detail here. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me, comment here, or you can send me a message in Facebook or email me, however it is. So yeah, there's just a lot to share today actually, and a lot to celebrate as well. I'm just going to see who's here. Anyone here? Was everyone at the Melbourne Cup? You can always watch the replay because this is a golden training today. Yeah, I suppose now I want to shift gears and start into this feeling and topic on client psychology and emotional triggers. And because I know there was one of my clients who sent me another message today, and she was very upset, and it was around, she invited an older beauty therapist to come in and have an eyebrow wax or eyebrow shape with her, and she gave her a $30 voucher, and the beauty therapist who was invited in said to my current client, my past client I should say, she's still a current client, said that she would never spend, I think she said $220 on the treatment she's offering because she offers the same one for way less. And you know, she was really upset by that. And the problem is that my client didn't step into her power. She got defeated and deflated by this woman knocking her. And that's not great. We need to be in a place where if someone says something like that, we don't necessarily have to defend ourselves, but we need to understand our value. Sometimes it is important to communicate our value. Like, my client has way more experience and expertise and skills than the actual woman that was giving her that feedback. And she could have said, that's okay, you can charge what you charge, but I don't do back-to-back treatments and I have 30 years experience and my training is integrative and holistic. Whereas, you have a different approach. I mean, there's so many ways of managing that, but unfortunately my client got really defeated and deflated, and it's very fatiguing when you step into fear. And it's just not the way through. So if we have a scarcity mindset, it doesn't work, because she's focusing on what she can't do instead of what's possible. And my client, went into this fear and sort of defensiveness, I suppose, defending herself. And I can sense that she is questioning herself, and that's where our self-belief needs to be considered. If someone knocks you like that, how do we manage that? And that's the power of understanding our psychology. And we need to lead with compassion and power. Be compassionate to ourselves, but powerful so the other person cannot talk to you like that again. And that's what's really important, because to have people knock you around like that is not great. Really, it's not. And asking for support is really important, and I'm so thrilled she reached out to me, because when I think about myself in my early stages of my career, I didn't ask for support. I was fiercely independent because I grew up in such an emotional, physical, independent family that it felt really difficult to ask for help. And thank goodness I cracked that nutshell because I understand the value of support, and I'm happy to pay for support, and I'm happy to delegate things now because I'm a healed perfectionist. I love doing things well, and I have such a high standard how I need things to be, how they're presented, and the result that I deliver people, and the outcomes I want to give people. But when you grow up in a family that's so independent, it's that thing that you get taught to do it yourself and back yourself and believe in yourself, but the only problem is that you only depend on yourself, and that's difficult to ask for help. But asking help is our biggest breakthrough, and that's why coaching is so important, and that's why I've learnt to delegate, and delegation is a part of leadership, and that's how good your communication could be. Because when I first employed my first professional cleaner in our clinic, they only cleaned as well as I explained the level and standard I needed for them to do. So I needed to learn to up my skill in communication and say, hey, actually, you need to move furniture, you need to move items, don't go around things, you need to actually clean with this product and not this product. So, that felt difficult for me. It might not feel difficult for you, but at the time, but now it's very easy. It's just saying things, and without getting too emotionally involved, it's just saying, this is what I need. If you can't do it, no problem. There's always someone else. I can train someone else. And it needs to be that clean cut without being emotional. That's when I say choose my battles as my mantra at the moment for the month, because there is a lot of people that are willing to be paid to do the things you don't want to do or can't do or haven't got the time to do. Or it's not a priority. You want to be working on money-making tasks and supporting your clients. And so this all helps to articulate your communication. And this is the standard for all of us. The more we are able to articulate and communicate more effectively, you raise the level of standard. And I learned to say what I needed with clarity and grace and confidence, and that changed everything in my business and leadership. And that's what also I teach, train and educate, and that's what is coming forward in the path to purchase. It's how I want to support the industry, how I want us to up level and upskill and create a revolution around our business, be in the driver's seat again, learn how to lead with that exact thing, with clarity, grace and confidence, to step into clarity, to communicate powerfully and to lead consultations that allow your client relationships to go to the next level with you, because you're building the trust, the loyalty, the long-term success. And that's what I'm creating for you inside the path to purchase. I'll be understanding your needs, wants and desires. We'll go to the next level together. It'll be like I'm holding your hand in your clinic and salon, guiding you, because you'll understand it so well. You'll understand the consultation process so well. And it will feel like you're leading from alignment, confidence and ease. So I just hope that you gained a lot of insight from this live today and walk away with feeling a little bit more inspired to go forward in your week. Because honestly, the path to purchase, the 2-hour live training coming up on the 24th of November, Monday at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. It's time to stop hesitating, stop second guessing and start stepping forward. So come and join me, join and be a part of the revolution the industry is needing. A new way of leading, selling and connecting. It's a groundbreaking confidence and authentic opportunity to lead with your heart. And I'm just so excited if you can't feel it. It's really, really incredibly powerful. I just want this for all of you, and it's only for 10 women, 10 committed women. Because you know what I've learnt in life, if you don't go after what you want, you'll never have it. I've learnt that. I wouldn't be here right now today having 2 weeks off once a month if I didn't go after my dreams, goals and desires. If you don't ask, how will you not know? If you don't ask the questions, be curious, how will you know? If you never step forward, you will always be in the same place. That gets me like hard in the heart. The most valuable client you have is the one in front of you. Which is your biggest takeaway from those 4? I know for me it's actually number 3 and number 4. If you never step forward, you'll always be in the same place. So if you never step forward in taking the next step, taking risks, trusting yourself, trusting the process, trusting the person who wants to help you, you'll be in the same place. Nothing changes if we don't change our decisions and actions. So come and join me on the path to purchase, and don't be in the same place. Be in a place you want, need and desire. I really want that to land for you. And drop me a heart below if any of this resonated for you today. So keep in mind, if you go after what you want, you'll never ever have to doubt you won't get it. But if you don't go after what you want, you'll never have it. Well, beauties, this has been epic. Absolutely epic. And I just want to send you all so much love for the week ahead. And yeah, I'm going in for a new journey, saying goodbye to my mother-in-law. I'm sure so many of us have had to say goodbye to people we just love, adore and respect dearly. Well, beauties, sending you so much love. I'm going to drop the link to Path to Purchase. Have a look, check it out, and just see if it's something you know you need. Bye for now.